Every day I speak with men just like you who tell me the same thing, man. Everything looks great, yet on the inside, something feels off. Because on paper, life looks good family, business, stability, yet on the inside, there's a quiet resistance, a sense that pushing harder just ain't working anymore. And if that's you, you're not broken, bro. You're in a transition your old identity just can't navigate. So in this video, I'm gonna name what's actually happening, why this phase shows up for men who built a good life, and how to understand it, not as a problem, but as an initiation you're meant to pass through. Because if you've ever thought, I've built the life I've wanted, so why do I still feel like this? Stay with me. So today we got a question from a young businessman with a family who goes on to say, yo, Elliott, I don't really know how to explain this without sounding ungrateful. On paper, my life looks solid. I'm married, we've got kids, the business is doing well enough, bills are paid. I'm not struggling like I used to, but lately something feels off. I'm waking up already tired. Little things irritate me. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but it feels like I'm carrying this low-grade pressure all the time. I kept telling myself to push through it because that's what I've always done. But the truth is, it's not working the way it used to. I don't even know what I'm asking. I just want to know if this is normal or if this is a sign I'm missing something important. Great question, man. And it's one that almost all married businessmen with kids will face at some point because we got into this game as builders, as hustlers, as grinders, as goers, as guys that do what we have to do in order to get what we need done so that our family can be well off. And sometimes that grind comes in the form of doing work that we're called to, your vocation, where the inner voice is calling you. And if that's the case, you can probably stick with the work that you're doing because it is a part of your heart. And you're giving your heart in order to give your heart. You're doing work that you love, that you're called to, that's your vocation, that's your path, so that you can provide for those that you love. But most of us don't have that. Most of us are doing work that is designed to pay the bills. Most of us are doing work that our parents thought we should have done. Most of us are doing work that our university degree has deemed us capable of fulfilling, not what we're called to. And in the first half of life, this is okay. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really haunt you so much because you're in that go get it grinding mode. You got kids, you got your wife, you got your work, and you just get up every day, you shut your mouth, you peel your eyes, and you do what you got to do. You're a man. But eventually, that kind of personal violence that we do against ourselves catches up. You can continue to be a tough guy and push it down and ignore it or just bite the bullet like you've been doing. But the soul always knocks louder. It's going to knock louder, and it's going to show up in more and more challenging ways. If you don't heed the call while God is tapping on your shoulder, you're probably going to have to wait until he punches you in the mouth, as I'm familiar with. So if we don't slow down and become familiar with the yearning, the still small voice, the divine action in our heart, in our soul, leading us towards that which is right and true for you, you're going to end up living a life that was created for you by people, by circumstances, and by situations that no longer fit you, if they ever did. And so, my man, the grand question, the big question for you right now, the big practical step is contemplation and meditation. You've got to close your door to your closet, like Jesus says. Close the door to your closet. Close your eyes, close your ears. Find the silence that Jesus would find before he enacted any miracles. Before he did anything, he found stillness. Before he attempted to change the world and save humanity, he went into stillness. He went into silence. He spent 40 days in the desert. Brother, that's what's required. You got to create that separation, that objectivity, that opportunity to look at your life from a helicopter view, from a heavenly view, from the Father's view. And only from that perspective can we actually take action that is aligned with our truth. And the second half of this is contemplation, brother, because we can get really caught up in the thoughts and feelings that keep us trapped and led astray. And so through contemplation, we pose better questions. We ask ourselves questions about the subtle movements within, but also what we need to do in the world without in order to maintain that alignment and to do what our vocation requires. So my brother, my man, sit in that stillness, sit in that quiet, sit in that meditative state, and bring one powerful question with you. What is God's will for me in this new season?